Like the energy level in the scrimmage. Thought it was got very physical, both sides, some good situational play. Some of those young guys, you saw some young guys take advantage of opportunities. I like the way the backs really ran the football today. Thought our pass rush games and some things we did on third down defense were really good. Created some pressures. Thought Sean played really well today. Thought he played really efficient, man. It made plays down the field, man. Did what he exactly was supposed to do. I was very pleased with his performance today. Some of those young wideouts did okay. Defensively, Jalen jumped out there. Saw Jacob Pugh get a couple nice sacks just off the top of my head. But overall, when situations I liked the way the offense ran the football. I did. I really thought they were physical and ran it, and thought defense did some nice things in the passing game, but offense, made some plays too. But it was a pretty back and forth, even scrimmage. I thought it was pretty even. Questions?
First practice of a spring like this, what are you looking for?
Well, first of all, somebody that's urgency, has a passion to be good, has a passion to earn a job, will compete in the game, will make a play, good or bad, repeat it again, consistency and some maturity out of guys. And those young guys that you see flashes that, they not only you see their ability, but then they really understand the concepts of what they're doing offense, defensively, but competing very hard. And I did see that today. We can be a very physical football team.
What'd you see out of Sean?
Made throws down the field from the start of the scrimmage to the end, completed balls, made good where he went with the ball. Smart, accurate with the ball. Scrambled a couple, stepped up in the pocket, some pocket presence. Did a nice job of sliding and getting the ball out. And even with pressure, throwing it away. Just some real nice play. I like what I saw out of him today.
Everything that you wanted to see out of him, you saw, or there's still some?
Well, all those things you always want to get better at. Had 1 2-minute drive that we didn't do good on, and another one we really did good on, scored. You always want to get better, but I like where he's at right now. I really do. And not from just a management standpoint, but from making play standpoint. He's growing. I really like where he's at.
What kind of things does a scrimmage format allow you to see differently out of?
Well, one, you ain't got the pacifier, the coach over your shoulder telling you what to do all the time. You're out there on the field and you got to know your assignment. And all of a sudden, I get the heck knocked out of me, or I make a mistake, and what am I going to do the next play? And how am I going to the poise, composure I have, and how you, and then also how you compete, man. You got to turn it loose, and how the toughness and the effort they'll play with.
The first time you've done any kind of format like this without Nick, without Rashad, how did those? You keep a close eye on the passing game, the receivers.
Yeah, they did. They lined up, got right alignments, got the right routes, ball going to the right place. I was pleased with that today.
Is that going to be a?
But defensively, I was not disappointed either. I saw some guys, and it was good both sides. I'm sorry. The guys you can build trust.
So is that part of it? Trying to really get improvement of that, losing your top two receivers.
Oh, no doubt, and find out the guys you can count on in the big situations, no doubt.
Is it difficult sometimes to find the balance, offense making plays at defense's expense, defense making plays at the offense?
Oh, yeah, it always goes like that. That's why once I was, Coach, you're helping the other side. Then offense, you're helping. No, I was a head coach. I want to see, I put them. Sometimes I'll handicap them. Sometimes I'll change the situation to see how they react and do that. But from a head coaching standpoint, you got to have success on both sides, and we saw that today. But we're nowhere close where we want to go, but I see the makings of a good football team. I like it.
When you have this many experienced guys, how much urge is there to get out there in scrimmage situations and correct instead of just letting them play?
Well, you don't. That's the one thing I've learned a long time ago. You got to let them play. Sometimes you can overcoach them. They have to get out there on that field by themselves. That's what those other 6 practices are for. We've got to learn to turn them loose. And if you don't ever know it and let them have success and failures, you never know what you're going to get when the fall comes. And now, is it hard? Yes, but I've learned that a long time ago that you gotta let them go.
How did some of those early enrollees respond to their first?
I thought Jacquez Patrick had one heck of a day. I thought he ran. And I thought. Dalvin got limited reps. We limited his reps. You know what I'm saying? I thought 7 ran the ball. He had a couple big-time runs. I thought Jonathan Vickers. Those guys, I thought they ran the ball extremely well. I noticed Derwin made some nice plays. Jacquez. Who else am I going through?
George Campbell.
George had an opportunity or two to make some plays, lined up right, ran the right routes, did the right things. I'm trying to go through all of them. List them all. Who else am I talking about? Bruton's out with a hamstring. Sweat's out. Devontae's out. Well, heck, that was easy. Frith, he'll be back. Hopefully, Frith back on Wednesday, I'm hoping. And who'd you say?
Did you say Derwin yet?
Yeah, I did. Derwin, I saw him make some tackles and made some plays, learn the defense and getting in the right spots.
With the shuffling you guys had to do with the offensive line,
they had 8 guys. We had 8 guys going the whole day. We just rotated.
Are you surprised you were able to run it that well?
Yeah, but I think we got good backs too now. And yes, Rod and Kareem, and there's some big loads in there now, some big bodies. And it wasn't just bad defense. I'm just saying it was good runs.
Specifically to Derwin, what have you seen from him this spring?
Guy has a passion to be good, works hard, very intelligent, learns well, and can play run and pass. He's not just a run guy or a pass guy. He has the ability to do both and be very versatile.
Jimbo, you said a few times guys were, I was talking about your offense, receivers, guys were lined up correctly. When you have so many new parts, was that one of those key things?
Alignment, assignment, techniques, first thing. You get lined up and you're 2 steps too wide on a split, or you're off the ball, not supposed to be on the ball, and you get a penalty. I mean, you say, well, that should be easy. Well, it's not. To go out there on the field and make sure all those little details are, because a passing game, you're talking about an inch here, an inch there, is a difference in big plays or breakups on one side.
Did they meet your expectations, exceed expectations? And how well they did
I'll wait till I evaluate and watch the film. I like the energy level and the competition level is what I really like, and I will look at the film and have a better evaluation.
Ryan Hofeld, is he doing all right?
Yeah, he just had this surgery. He had meniscus surgery.
So you had Everly and Martinez at center.
Yeah, they were.
First real action for them.
Martinez had a couple snaps that got high in the shotgun, which is understandable. Everly, for the most part, had a couple low snaps, but we got him. Executed pretty well. But for the first scrimmage at the center and doing that, they did pretty good.
Coach, we always talk about Jalen in this life, but is Tyler Hunter another one of those guys that can play multiple positions?
Yeah, he is. He and Trey Marshall, we have a lot of those guys back there that can.
How much does that help the second?
Oh, big time, because you don't ever know when you get guys hurt, and you can create matchups.
Some of those other quarterbacks in a game type situation.
I thought John Franklin had his moments. He had throw that I wasn't happy with. He tried to force one ball, but managed some 2-minute stuff there. Had a nice 2-minute drive. It took us down. Thought he ran it well. He's got to become a better passer. That's something he knows he's working on. But he made some really nice throws at times. I used his legs at times when he had to, and I was pleased. I thought JJ had a nice touch. He threw a touchdown throw against the twos that I thought was a nice throw. DeAndre at times, learning what to do. I think he's going to be a really good player. Those guys are coming. They're about where I thought. It's going to take some time, but I don't think it's that long.
And DeMarcus talked the other day about wanting to be a leader and
he is. DeMarcus plays hard, man. It's important for him to be good and our team to be good. He likes that role and that responsibility. I like his demeanor of everything he does.
You mentioned Jacob Pugh a couple times this spring. It sounds like he's really kind of taken his.
He has been, and keep being consistent. Then all of a sudden he'll play laps. You know what I mean? But he has the ability to be a really good player.
Can Jalen be as impactful at corners?
Oh, no doubt. You can take that whole side away. Jalen can be impactful with everything he does. When you play that, when you say that at corner or safety, but is Dion impactful as a corner? I'm not saying he's Dion, but when you get a great corner on the boundary, you can take one side and roll coverage the other way and do things. Man, it can make it. And Jalen's so talented in a lot of ways.